I think we as a team and Jay, it seems like we just get stuck in not our ways, but just stuck in doing things that we've prepared to do. Just because we practiced it all week, if it's not working, we got to get rid of that. We got to figure out something else. We got to go in at halftime and say, hey, look, guys, I know we did this all week, but this is the reason we do training camp. This is the reason we have such a long offseason is we put in everything. Yes, the game plan this week was to do this, but look, we weren't expecting them to do this. They did this, so we have to change what we're doing.
How often did that happen, D? How often did that happen when you were there?
We tend to stay locked into trying to stick to the game plan because as coaches, we feel comfortable at some point it's going to work, and then we feel comfortable because that's what we've given our players the best success because that's what we practice. It's hard when you practice something over and over again for the whole week, and then you find out it's not working, and then to throw it out. You almost feel like, man, I did all this work, and now I got to start all over again. But in the NFL, that's what you have to do. Sometimes, it's more of a guesstimation of what a team is going to do than actually knowing what they're going to do because teams are so versatile to where they can switch up what they do and switch up their point of attack. Like I hadn't seen the coach running a lot of cover two, but obviously Frank Wright, being a guy who was in Philly, he knew, look, if I can do X, Y, Z and get some pressure with my front, I can drop these guys in coverage. Yeah, they ran the ball successfully last week, but I know Jay's going to revert back to throwing the ball. That's what he likes to do. And so maybe that was Frank Wright's mindset. I don't know. But that's sort of what it felt like. And you saw the Colts do something totally different than they did in the previous week. Their front got beat up last week. They come out here, and they look like they had 3 or 4 Pro Bowlers on that defense.
Right. Talking to DeAngelo Hall, we talk to him every Monday to recap Skins games. D, what did we say after week 1? We said you can't overreact week to week in the NFL, right? So, and probably we did, and now we might be overreacting to how bad they were yesterday. Yeah, I don't know if you saw any of the Packers Vikings game, but Aaron Rodgers looked good. He didn't look like the knee brace affected him at all. He was throwing on the run. He was stepping up. He was fine, and he put up a bunch of numbers. So I'm thinking the Skins got to be prepared to score 27 points minimum to beat Aaron Rodgers on Sunday. So what do you expect to see differently? Yeah. What do you expect to see differently on Sunday than you did yesterday?
Yeah, you talk about, us being too high off of week 1, too low off of week 2. The NFL is, it's going to be up and down. Sometimes things are going to work, sometimes they're not. My message is just, hey, it's football. We got 14 more games. Let's see what happens. Let's watch this team fight back, be resilient. I wanted to see how they looked versus adversity. And so they face some adversity, and they're going to face it all week. They're going to have a lot of questions about them and how tough they are, or can they do this, can they do that? And I think they'll answer those questions, and I can't wait to see them answer those questions. But about Green Bay, yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. He is one of the all-time best quarterbacks we've ever seen. But the only one out there on that field. If you watch Green Bay's defense, which is what I was concerned about, I'm like, Kurt lit them up. If you see Thielen, the amount of receptions he had, the amount of receptions Diggs had, these are 2 guys on the outside. Maybe this is the week we get to exploit or really get to show off our outside receivers.
I'll bet against you on that.
I know, right? We'll see.
I'll take the under.
This is a week that you would think, because Thielen and Diggs, and don't quote me, but I want to say they had about 20 receptions combined.
Yes, 21 for 260.
Yes.
And you got Kyle Rudolph, which is the tight end, which is our Jay Reed, and then you have Cooks, who's kind of the Chris Thompson type. They had 10 receptions combined. So Green Bay's giving up some things defensively that I think this Redskins team is going to exploit. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. It's like asking me, hey, how do you stop Tom Brady? I mean, you really don't stop Tom Brady. You try to contain him. You try to, give him different looks. Us knowing he has a bad knee, maybe we blitz a little more. Maybe we trust our guys to cover a little more. It's going to have to be, a nice combination of both. But to think we're going to come in here and hold Aaron Rodgers to 7 points, 10 points, 14 points, it's probably not likely. So, yes, we're going to have to score. And I think this Green Bay defense has shown that they can be exposed. And we've had success against and that style. And so they do more trap coverages and things like that where they lead some guys one-on-one. And you saw Minnesota exploit it. And so hopefully, our outside receivers will get a chance to exploit it as well as, the rest of those guys in the middle.